Meet Rohan, a hotshot coder with a knack for solving complex problems, and Kiara, a marketing whiz who can turn any product into a must-have. Fresh out of college, they landed coveted jobs at the firm, a place known for its innovation and growth opportunities. The firm was the place to be. Sleek offices, big promises, and the allure of a bright future. It was everything they had dreamed of. They felt like they were on top of the world. The excitement was palpable, or so they thought.
I dreamt of building revolutionary apps that would change the world. I wanted to create something that people would use every day.
And I wanted to craft campaigns that mattered, campaigns that would resonate with people and make a real impact.
The reality? It was far from the dream. Spreadsheets, meetings, and endless emails filled their days. The creative freedom they had hoped for was nowhere to be found. The daily grind had begun. The workload was relentless. Deadlines loomed like vultures, and the pressure was unyielding. They found themselves caught in a cycle of stress and exhaustion. They were cogs in a machine, their dreams fading with each passing day. The passion that once fueled their ambitions was slowly being extinguished by the monotony of corporate life. But deep down, Rohan and Kiara knew they couldn't let go of their dreams. They started to question their path and think about what truly mattered to them. The journey was just beginning. The initial excitement wore off, replaced by exhaustion. The once vibrant energy that filled the office had dissipated, leaving behind a heavy cloud of fatigue. The thrill of new challenges and opportunities had been overshadowed by the relentless grind of daily tasks and looming deadlines. Rohan spent his days debugging code, his nights staring at lines of text. The glow of his computer screen was his constant companion, a silent witness to his growing frustration. Each bug fixed seemed to spawn two more, an endless cycle that drained his enthusiasm.
It felt like I was just staring at lines of text all day, every day. The words blurred together, losing their meaning. I used to find joy in solving problems, but now it felt like I was just going through the motions, a cog in a machine.
Kiara wrote slogans for products she didn't believe in, her creativity slowly dying. Each tagline felt like a betrayal of her true self, a compromise she had to make to keep her job. The spark that once fueled her passion for writing was dimming, replaced by a sense of futility.
I was writing slogans for products I didn't even care about. It was soul-crushing. I used to dream of creating something meaningful, something that would make a difference. But now, I was just churning out words for things I didn't believe in.
Their days blurred together, meetings about meetings, endless discussions that seemed to lead nowhere, consuming hours that could have been spent on actual work. The monotony was stifling, each day a repeat of the last. Presentations for projects going nowhere. PowerPoint slides filled with jargon and buzzwords, masking the lack of real progress. The enthusiasm in the room was forced, a facade to hide the growing disillusionment. The office, once a symbol of ambition, now felt like a gilded cage. The pressure was immense. The view of the city from the windows was a constant reminder of the world outside, a world they felt increasingly disconnected from. The weight of expectations was crushing. Their bosses demanded results. Their colleagues were ruthless competitors. The environment was cutthroat. Every success met with envy, every mistake magnified. The camaraderie that once existed had been replaced by a survival of the fittest mentality. The corporate ladder loomed, each rung a step further from their dreams. The higher they climbed, the more they felt they were losing themselves. The goals they once had seemed distant, overshadowed by the relentless pursuit of success defined by others. One night, Rohan snapped. The pressure had been building for months, maybe even years. The constant demands, the never-ending deadlines, and the relentless pursuit of perfection had finally taken their toll. A panic attack in the bathroom stall. It was as if the walls were closing in on him, the air too thick to breathe. His heart raced, and his mind spiraled out of control. His reflection, a stranger staring back. The person he saw was not the ambitious, driven individual he once knew. Instead, he saw someone who was lost, broken, and utterly exhausted. He had become a ghost of his former self. The vibrant energy that once defined him had been drained away, leaving behind a hollow shell.
I didn't even recognize the person staring back at me. It was as if I was looking at a complete stranger, someone who had lost their way in the maze of corporate expectations.
Kiara felt it too. The emptiness. She had once been passionate about her work, but now it felt like a never-ending cycle of meaningless tasks. The realization that she was living someone else's dream, her own passions buried under a mountain of spreadsheets. The weight of unfulfilled dreams pressed heavily on her shoulders.
I was living someone else's dream, not mine. The vision board that once inspired me now felt like a mockery of my true aspirations.
The weight of their sacrifices became unbearable. The long hours, the missed family gatherings, and the constant stress had taken a toll on their mental and physical health. Lost weekends, strained relationships, their health deteriorating. The sacrifices they made for their careers seemed endless, and the rewards felt increasingly hollow. They were losing themselves in the pursuit of something they no longer wanted. The dreams they once chased had turned into nightmares, and the cost of their ambition was becoming too high to bear. One late night, they found each other, two souls lost in the corporate maze.
Over stale coffee and cold pizza, they confessed their struggles, their fears, their disillusionment.
For the first time, they felt seen, heard, understood.
In each other's eyes, they recognized their own pain, their own longing for something more.
Their secret meetings became a lifeline.
A space where they could shed their corporate armor and be vulnerable.
A reminder that they weren't alone in their struggles. They began to notice it in their colleagues too. The forced smiles, the hollow laughter, the quiet desperation hidden behind masks of confidence and success.
Everyone was playing a part.
Pretending to be okay with the long hours, the impossible deadlines, the soul-crushing monotony.
But beneath the surface, the cracks were beginning to show.
The realization was both terrifying and liberating. They were part of a system that thrived on the exploitation of young ambition, a system that promised success but delivered only disillusionment. Rohan and Kiara knew they couldn't continue like this. They had to make a choice. Conform to the corporate mold or break free and reclaim their dreams.
But what about the sacrifices they had already made? The years they had lost? The toll it had taken on their mental and physical health?
The question haunted them. Was corporate success worth the price they were paying?
And if not, did they have the courage to walk away and forge their own path?